Hi, welcome to lesson 3 of the MuseScore tutorial series. Here we'll be writing another simple rhyme, but this time around we'll be adding some dynamics to our score. Okay, so let's launch MuseScore and get started. Now we've launched MuseScore and we're just going to create a new score right here. Title Nursery Rhyme. Nursery Rhyme 2. Okay, you'll soon find out the actual song. It's a very common song. Composer, let's say traditional. Now this is telling us that you may not necessarily be concerned about the composer, it's just a traditional rhyme. So copyright, I can just leave that information this time around. Okay, so treble clef again, next, and the key of F major is what we use now. And for tempo, let's make it 100 beats per minute now this time around. Next, this time around we'll be using the time signature of 2/4. This is 2/4, and I want to reduce this to 24 measures. I don't need more than that 24 measures. Okay, so I hope you can also do this on your computer and follow as we do this together. Finish now. Okay, so you have your workspace again. You can switch between your page views. This is the page view, the simple page view. This is the continuous view and the single page. The single page is just a page. So everything you write, no matter how long your score is, how many measures, it's just going to flow on the page. So the page view will split. Once a page is completed, you can see it terminate here, another page will open. So that's it. And I want us to work with the continuous view. The continuous view allows us to just keep writing along a stretch, and it makes it easy to write your notes and add your lyrics without having to scroll across pages. Alright, so let's write our notes. This is Nursery Rhyme 2. It's actually Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm sure you know that rhyme. Right, so let's start writing the notes. Remember, this is 2/4, so we expect to have 2 quarter notes, or the equivalent of 2 crotchet beats in a bar. I'm just going to press N on my keyboard or click on N here, whichever one. So note input. Notice that you can enter the notes using the letter names of the lines and spaces. So if you know the letter names of the lines and spaces you are working with, just press that letter on your keyboard. This is F, for example, so I'm just going to press F on my keyboard since the quarter note is engaged already. The next is C. Okay. It goes on like that. Okay. Quarter note again. Okay. Now that I've written a couple of measures, you can expect that I'm going to rewrite these last 3 measures. So rather than writing the same note again, I can just select to copy them, click on the first note, hold your shift key, and click on the last note. Selecting that, I just copy, right, and paste it here. Paste. So also I'm going to copy this first section, this first 4 measures, and I'm going to copy again and bring them. I'm sure you know what I'm doing. We already know what we're driving at, so it makes no sense repeating the same notes again. Now this is perfect. So I'm just going to play back what we've written to be sure we've written the right notes. Okay, and that's it. Okay, you already know how to add lyrics to this, and I don't want to waste time on that again. So you can add the lyrics, but let's assume I want to add some repeats and jumps to this piece. So since I've written all the notes, I can switch back to the page view. Okay, this is the page view. Let's get this back to 100% so that we can have a better view of our page. Okay, so just to make things more interesting, I can decide to rename this and say twinkle twinkle little star. I'm doing this just to show you that you can change anything you have preset in the new score wizard. So you can change even the title of the piece right from your workspace. So your workspace is the master control panel for you to do anything you want to do on MuseScore. Now, what I want to do is to add a repeat to this piece. I want this piece to repeat at least once. So click on that first note of the bar and come here to bar lines. There are a couple of bar lines here. This is the normal bar line, what you see here. This is the double bar line. This is the start repeat. So click on start repeat and it appears here immediately. Okay, I'm going to click on the last note now and click on end repeat. Now I'm telling the playback to repeat at least once, and by default also I'm telling anybody that will be singing this piece or playing it to repeat it at least once. Okay, I'm going to play now. So it's helpful to rewind back to start position when playing so that you can start from the beginning and play. Did you notice how the playback went back to start from the beginning? That's exactly the effect we're trying to create. Alright, so we've just experimented with the repeat bars. So let's say I don't want to use the repeat bars and I want to repeat in another unique way. So I told you before that there are many functions, there are many tools to work with here. Now let's come to repeat and jumps. Okay, here you have different repeat and jump symbols and they are applicable in unique situations. So let's say I want the playback to repeat from this point. Okay, so I'm just going to add the lyrics quickly so that you can understand this process better. Now I want the playback to repeat from this point. up above the world so high. So what I'm going to do is to bring up this symbol. This is signal. It's a kind of repeat. And this time around, as opposed to just clicking on the note and clicking, it's not going to work, you see. So I want to bring it to this note here, but it's going to actually be engineered into this measure. So I have to drag it, click on it and drag to the measure. Can you see it's highlighting this measure already? It's going to fit in here, and that's it. Okay, and bringing up this symbol here is telling the playback to start repeating from this point, or to go back and play from this point. So but I have to now put the instruction somewhere. Now we have to put the instruction for this symbol right here on the last measure, and the instruction to use is the DS, dial signal. So already again it's highlighting this measure, and then I can put it there. Now let's listen to what will happen when I play again. Always rewind back to start position when you are testing your dynamics, your playback. Can you notice that effect already? The playback went to start again from this point. And that's what we wanted. Good, that's perfect. What if I want the playback to just repeat from here and terminate somewhere else other than the end of the piece? That could be useful when you have a broad section of a piece and you want to play around different sections of the piece. So instead of using this instruction, I'm going to delete this. Just click on it and delete, and rather bring up this. Can you see this? This is DL's Alphiny. Okay, this is telling me that go to the signal, okay, and play till you can find the fini. That is the ending measure. By default, this should be the end measure, but I can make the end measure any other measure other than the last bar. How do I do that? I bring up the fine, call it fini, bring up this and place it anywhere I want the playback to stop. Okay, let's say I want the playback to stop here. I put the symbol there, and let's see what will happen this time around. Just listen to it again. Did you notice that the playback stopped here because the instruction says stop here, right? So these are just some of the things you can play around with on MuseScore. And don't forget that you can also export this playback, that is with all the jumps and repeats and all the dynamics you've added. You can just export that playback. It's going to generate an audio file, just exactly what you have played and listened to, and that will be very nice. Now we've experimented with jumps and repeats in this video, and that'll be all for now. Kindly hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, share with your friends and network, and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next video.